Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to A Coastal Thrifter. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Today I am in Destin, Florida. Yeah, we're doing Destin off season today. I had to run out here to pick up something from the compounding pharmacy, and so I thought I'd just, maybe do a little video while I'm out this way. Destin's about 11 miles from Fort Walton Beach where we live, so we're all pretty much in the same neighborhood. But yeah, thanks for coming in and checking it out. And if it's your first time here, I hope you decide to like and subscribe. Dave and I have been working on growing the channel here, and we are gaining some momentum, and I'm so grateful for all of it. So anyways, let's check out Destin, thrifting off season. So I'm headed on out to Santa Rosa Beach, 30A, after hitting up the pharmacy. That was Haven Thrift Store. I don't think we're going to stop there today. I thought about it. But this is the one I'm after right now. Going over here to the Goodwill. Okay, so we're here at the Goodwill in Santa Rosa Beach. I decided to come out here after the pharmacy because we were so close. So might as well stop in here. Last time I was here, I didn't see a lot of really good stuff. I mean, it was kind of a miss last time I was here. We'll see if we can do better this time. So here we are at the entrance, and of course there's still a lot of Christmas stuff left out here. It is still before the holidays, but look at all the tank tops here still, you guys. This is Florida. I mean, the tank tops never really go out of season. I'm wondering what you do for like a good Christmas tank top. I don't think anybody's really come up with that one yet. I might be wrong. But yeah, there's so many tank tops. That one with the lace on it was really cute. If you need a tank top, this is where to go. Pillows. They always have like new and used merchandise. They have these little food prep containers all over this store this time around. I don't need any of those, so I left them behind. Look at this beautiful coastal art. Oh my gosh. This is always a great place. This one is a great place to go to pick up coastal art. There are a lot of rentals on 30A, and when they come down and redecorate, they'll oftentimes donate the artwork. I was trying to decide if this was an original piece by a local artist. Nice little triptych, very pretty. I ultimately decided that it was a manufactured piece. It looked manufactured. Lots and lots of appliances. Here's a cute little kitty cat. Little ceramic cat, $3.99 on that. This one looks like a Yardo, but it's not. Here is a crab, a decoupaged crab it looks like this artist here. It looks like it was applied upside down, though. I've seen that more than once here lately. This is where I thrifted a whole bunch of Gail Pittman pottery not too long ago. It was really a score. Great find. This Nautilus, but they wanted, what, $6 for it? It was a nice little heavy bookend. A little fascinator for a shelf. Some really cute coastal items here. Eiffel Tower, tea lamp. There's a Bath and Body Works. Or a knockoff. I couldn't decide which. It was very lightweight. This looked like it could have been Hearth and Hand, but it wasn't. It was probably something from Home Goods or TJ Maxx. Maybe even Ross. That C is something else, isn't it? Little C for trinket dish. This looked like it would be cute for holiday decor, like to incorporate into a vignette. It would work for Halloween or Christmas. checking to see if this is Nambe or Arthur Court, but it's just a made in India generic. Again, probably something from World Market or Home Goods. Another one, always checking to see if I can find Nambe. A little doTERRA pill box, $1.99. I did decide to leave it behind because I just didn't feel like looking it up to see if it had any resale value. I checked later and they're going for about $6.99, $7.99, so probably not worth the effort. I saw these. These looked like Pimpernel placemats, the cork back placemats. They were in really nice shape. They had this kind of abstract design on them. They were $8 for the set of 4, nice large ones. I did pop them in the cart for a little while, but you guys, I decided to put them back because I couldn't tell if they were Pimpernel or not, and they were just kind of dated, that design, those colors. This looked interesting. I did look this up. $19.99 they had marked on that piece, and here it is. It is Göttinger, and they had it priced right at resale value. So that was a leave behind. These little piece stocking hangers I thought were cute, but $3.99 or $2.99 a piece, and they really weren't heavy enough to hold a stocking. So that was a pass. This is from Seaside Seaside Marathon that they do every year, and the artwork on this glass was done by my friend Billy Gaffrey because she does their poster every year. She also works at the Seaside schools, so that was kind of fun to see that there. Pretty little cobalt glass. This thing was super, super heavy. Like, oh my gosh, this had to be at least 6 pounds, 6 pounds, okay? Very heavy glass. I couldn't tell if it was like for a display for candy or if it was actually for drinks. It seemed a bit thick for an actual drink glass. Starbucks at $3.99, not the right price point for me for resale. Really cool though with the Halloween design on it. There was like a spider web. I was trying to see if there was a date on the bottom that would have made it a little more comprehensive as to whether it was worth something. This is just a Walmart. At first I thought it could be one of the holiday sparkle tumblers from Starbucks because it was sitting next to another Starbucks, but no. And I found some bobbies. I'm taking care of a little patient, and I'm working on getting a collection of bobbies together for her. And we're going to try to find some clothes and stuff. I think it would be fun to dress bobbies every day and do their hair. Anyways, just one of the projects I'm working on. The price was right on those. And look at the fun little alphabet blocks, you guys. So many people pick these up and do crafts with them and things. That was like a newer looking set. I thought about getting them for a half minute because there's a lot of language building tools on there. But I didn't, I ultimately passed on those. Some Christmas holiday ornaments. I take a second to look at this one because there was some sort of a little pewter ornament sandwiched down in there, but I really couldn't see who it was made by. The rest of them looked fairly low cost. I didn't see anything in there that looked super high end. And of course, just like tank tops, there's also a lot of bathing suits still on our racks down here in Florida. I don't know a lot about reselling bathing suits. I know certain brands go for a lot, like, designer brands and Jansen and stuff. That one looked interesting to me. Anyhows, I decided to head back into Destin. I take a little bit of footage here of the traffic. It is midweek, and you can see in the wintertime here in the Destin area, the massive difference in the amount of traffic we have on the road. So if you're thinking about coming down in the winter, no, You cannot swim in the Gulf of Mexico unless you're very, very hardy. I mean, maybe if you bring a half wetsuit with you, a shorty wetsuit or something, you could tolerate it, but not recommended. And oftentimes the surf can be up as it was today. So, you'd want to try to book a property with a hot tub. That's going to be your best bet. Heated pool, hot tub, if you want to do some swimming. I've decided to stop by one of my favorite stores out here in Destin. And then you see me turning the corner here. But yeah, there's just a massive difference in the amount of traffic in Destin this time of year. You can really get around and you can go to whatever restaurant you want. There are still a lot of boats that operate and fishing trips and things like that. There's still a lot to do in Destin in the winter. The beach is absolutely gorgeous, as you're about to see. You can actually walk and get your feet wet and still enjoy being on the beach. You just can't really get in the water. So we're here at the Candy Maker. This is one of my favorite spots in Destin to get my favorite candy. So if you know me, you know how much I love Jelly Bellies, and they have them here, as well as a lot of great handmade candies and things. So it's a perfect time of year to come and visit the Candy Maker. So they hit you up right away when you walk in the door with all these delectable treats in the display case. And there's nothing I like better than white chocolate. Oh my gosh. And also out here at the Candy Maker, there are a lot of little trinkets and gifts and things too. So it isn't just a candy store. It's actually a really nice little place to come and shop. I have a lot of mermaid, a lot of seaside themed things. Look at all the hand-blown glass jellyfish, you guys. I absolutely love these. Most of these will probably glow under black light too, which is really super cool. They're very fun. Look at all the little mermaid statues. Here's more beautiful hand-blown glass. All, of course, with a coastal theme. And this is right near the beach. So you can see right out the window to the Gulf of Mexico from this vantage point here inside the Candy Maker. This shop has been in operation for a long time in Destin. Look at all the mermaids. Aren't they fabulous? They're so cute. All those sparkly tails. What a dream for a little girl. If you're looking for a present right now for a little girl and you happen to be in the Destin area, check this place out. Oh, you can have Zoltar read your fortune too, but I didn't pay him. I guess my future will remain a mystery. In my future, for sure, are some Jelly Bellies. Okay, I got my stash, so I'm happy. So great to have that nearby anyways, because sometimes they can be hard to find online. So yeah, where to next? Let's see. I think we're going to hit up the Goodwill out here in Destin. But before we do that, right here across from the Candy Maker is a public beach access point. June White Decker. I think she used to own a restaurant that was located right on this spot that I used to frequent when I was a kid, called June's Dunes. Does anybody remember June's Dunes? They had the best burgers. And it was such a great place to stop after hanging out on the beach and have a nice cold drink and a burger. I was 17 years old in my 18-year-old body back then. I spent a little bit of time on the beach, you guys. That's probably why I'm so spotted today. But you can see here, there's a lot of surf. And there's looking down towards Sandestin, those condos down there. That's down towards the Sandestin end of things. That parking area fills up super fast in season. Like if you wanted to access this beach and it was during high season, you would need to be here early. Like I'm talking, maybe before even 8 a.m. to get a good parking spot. The fishermen come out early. And you just got to deal with it. I mean, you're going to have to bring your stuff and set up on the beach and just wait out the sun and the warmth to come, because otherwise you're not going to find a place to park here. This is a very busy beach access point. It's right in the middle of Destin. And the parking is still free, which is unusual nowadays because a lot of these little points are starting to charge for parking. Look at that surf. You see that flat spot right there? That's probably a rip current. So the point where the waves are not breaking, that is where the water is exiting back out. There's a current that runs along the shore. So a lot of waves here in the winter time. And speaking of winter time, you may run into this as well. This is the back porch here in Destin. Great place to eat. A little bit on the pricey side because, let's face it, they got Gulf front property. But this week they are closed for refurbishing, you guys. So if there is a spot you plan to come and visit while you're in Destin in the wintertime, please make sure you call them just to confirm that they're going to be open during your stay. So again, just almost zero traffic as we're heading into the Goodwill in Destin. Such a pleasure to drive around Destin in the wintertime. I can't even tell you, it's a whole different ball game. All right, guys, I got to pick a lucky cart. As Danny the Niche Lady would say, where's the lucky one? Of course, they have just a ton of Christmas on display at this Goodwill. Look at the cute Mickey sweater. He's adorable. And this fair isle with the polar bears on it, so cute. I think they were asking like $10 on these Christmas sweaters. Not too bad. I mean, still a used sweater though, so you have to decide if that's worth it for you or not. There was lots of like sleepwear, just all kinds of festive things. And here a whole nother rack of Christmas themed loungewear. You need a pair of fuzzy Christmas pants? Here you go. I saw this little metal plate in the hard goods section and I popped it over and yay, it is Pottery Barn, you guys. Woo woo, for 99 cents. Put that in the cart. I may not get it listed this year. I may hold on to it for a year and start listing Christmas again next year. Then I saw this familiar looking pattern here. Those colors right away scream Pioneer Woman. And of course it was Pioneer Woman and only $4.99. So that was, that might even be the score of the trip right there. I found this LL Bean terry cloth robe, men's size large, very heavy. Look at the funky metal rooster and chicken, you guys. They wanted a lot for these. They priced these up in the $20 range, but they were so fun. They were huge though. Like that wouldn't be an item to ship. Found this little bell trivet. It did have like a name on the back of it. Looked very also festive and holiday. I did end up popping that in the cart. There's another one of those metal chickens. That one's playing like saxophone, I think. And here's a nice piece of art for you. Some kind of little local coastal folk art for the holiday season. Says joy, and there's a bunch of sand dollars on the bottom. How cute is that? And at the display case up front, they were asking a lot for these. These were Free People platform shoes. I think they looked like about a 9.5. So that was it for my footage for the Goodwill. But I did score a few good things out of this one. And again, here with the amazing gray winter day footage of zero traffic in Destin. Like, this is unreal. this time of year is just a beautiful time of year. And we're talking right before Christmas season. So if you wanted to come down a week or two before Christmas, you could really just enjoy the area, do lots of shopping, go to your favorite restaurant. A lot of the restaurants are still open, and the wait staff is actually happy to see you this time of year. What a concept. They're like, welcome, come on in, take your time. There's no rush. They love to have you this time of year. So just bear that in mind. You can get really good service in the winter time. It's not so harried and hurried as the summer months. Oftentimes you can find parking fees will be waived in the winter time. And the cost of lodging will be less too. You're not going to be paying seasonal costs for lodging. Here is Crab Island right now. Can you go to Crab Island this time of year and swim? Yeah, probably not. A lot of the boat rental companies are closed for this season. You're not going to find Crab Island taxi operating this time of year. But you might find somebody there. I think the Sea Blaster operates year round on their sunset cruises and things. So these guys were looking over the side of the bridge, which was a little disconcerting. Anyhow, it's a beautiful sage green color today. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that it's overcast. If the sun was shining brightly, this would probably track more of a turquoise blue. But it just has to do with the light. The water was very clear. And I just love the winter palette on the Choctawhatchee Bay. It's beautiful gray skies. And sometimes in the morning and in the evening, it's almost sepia toned. It's just a really pretty time of year. And speaking of pretty, I decided to pop by the National Seashore on Okaloosa Island really quickly for you guys. Here is the flats out where we call it the wall. This is part of the grass flats of this side of Choctawhatchee Bay. And this is where I often will go paddleboarding, as you've heard me say in the past. I will bring my paddleboard here. I'm going to take you down and show you the boat launch where I actually park to launch my paddleboards when I do go paddleboarding. It's just a wonderful, shallow area that's easily accessible from the roadway, perfect for families, people with young kids. Or if you just don't feel like battling the surf and the waves, it's nice to hang out on the bay. You can just sit there with a lawn chair and watch the boats go by. So it's a really chill place to be. There's this janky little road here on the western side of the park. You'd pass it by pretty easily, but you can also access from the main entrance point. But this little boat ramp here is on the west side of the park. You'll often see RVs parked here and sometimes even people living in their cars, and they'll just come down for the day. Like, they're not allowed to park there overnight, but just to say that you might find a few nomadic type people hanging out right here at this spot. They don't hurt anybody. I've never ever had a problem with anybody at this park. But that's just something to bear in mind. And it's also good information if you happen to be a nomad and you're looking for a place to hang out for the day where you're not really going to get bothered. This is a nice little piece of driftwood I picked up here. And then look at the feather, you guys. I've been finding so many feathers lately. Little feather in the sand. I'm going to unmute this section so you can hear the wind and the waves and everything. But I am narrating over it. But just a nice little peaceful spot. I mean, you're really literally just steps away from the parking area here. So this is a nice beach to access if you have mobility issues too. Say that you have a little bit of trouble walking like Dave. You don't have to walk very far to get down to this shoreline right here. Or you're older, or you're arthritic. This area here on the western end is a little bit deeper. The drop-off is much closer to shore, so maybe not the best spot on this beach for people with kids. You see how it gets dark really quickly there? But if you're just an adult and you want to jump in really quick and you don't want a lot of muss and fuss, perfect. Great little spot. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys decide to like and subscribe if it's your first time here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Guys, have a wonderful holiday season. Bye.